Hargreaves, chance for Torquay! Chris Hargreaves, the captain! If he stays onside, Carlisle checks instead. He's looking for Benyon. Sills!
Wait, have you all getting kicked off yet?
Eh?
Oh yeah, mine's like 3 minutes behind. When we start.
Yeah, I'm on 3 minutes 17.
Oh, mine ain't kicked off yet. Oh, mine's getting quite hot here.
Oh no.
Oh, good save, Mark.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we've been pretty bright, haven't we, so far?
Well, I tried. Yeah.
Well,
too bad.
We're not 3-0 down yet, so
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
15 minutes gone.
Give it.
Cross up corner.
No, he's going to go right, don't they?
Oh, good time.
Turn. Ah. And again.
Tom loves getting forward, doesn't he? He will get up there as much as you want him to.
So that was a good ball into Jarvis from Lawrence.
Hit it, Evans.
Shoot.
Oh, unlucky. Good effort.
Unlucky. Worth a go.
Yeah, it's not too bad. No, Lawrence really brings something now. He's starting to come into it. Go on. It's on.
Oh, no. Cross. You've got to put it on target. I thought he might have been offside.
Yeah.
24:01. 2, 3.
Oh, no, I'm ahead of you now. Woking look a bit like we did on Saturday, a bit rusty after not playing for a bit. Yeah. Been a popular ref when we lose, isn't it?
So Halstead, now Halstead's got his confidence. He is such a shithouse. Like, I love the guy.
You're just so strange on keepers, you are.
Like, I don't understand my Halstead.
And everything. And they have 1 or 2 good games.
He's not been 1 or 2 good games. I just don't understand how he can be the worst keeper I've ever seen in my life into really solid National League keeper.
Goalkeepers. Go on, get on your bike.
Brilliant.
Oh, quicker, man.
Are we actually playing some football? I'm quite enjoying this for some change.
Yeah, it's a big improvement from Maidstone.
I don't think either team played much.
But it's one of those difficult way days where you look solid, you go 1-0 down early second half, and then you just.
We look defensively reasonably solid, so that's good.
I do.
Usually have about 250, 300 there, won't we? I think the stream definitely makes a difference.
Are they earning more money? Because a lot of us will be watching it now.
Well, that's it. I don't know. You'd have to do the maths, wouldn't you? Because you're losing out on people paying for tickets, paying for drinks.
Yeah, the big thing you have to, the drinks is the bit you lose.
You're thinking about the local pubs around the area as well. So local things are losing out.
Yeah, no, very good point.
Swings around about.
It's hard enough for them at the moment.
Well done.
Well done, Lawrence. Really good, Lawrence.
He's kept it in.
Back post. Oh no, what was that?
Oh, Hansen.
Get it across, Hansen.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm giving Chris
a good run to get up there.
I'm giving Chris some hate mail.
No. Do not like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Found space, didn't he, on our right? He had acres. I don't know, was the silver too far for him?
Patrick Amon, of course.
He didn't need to hit it very well. He just crushed it in the corner.
Yeah.
That's the trouble. They only had to get a little bit better, and that's it. Silver switches off.
It's
behind him.
Play. It's just like that's why we get relegated because moments like that.
Completely switched off there, isn't it?
Hansen and the Silver.
27 goes to sleep there, doesn't he? If he follows him, it's not a goal.
He's in there. He's not getting to it. He's completely switched off. He's just ghosted in round behind him.
He's ball watching, Matty, but he's a winger, isn't he?
He'll know that as well. He'll get rinsed for that half time. Look at that as well, just before half time. I just said, didn't I? I was like, let's get to half time.
And that's moments like that is why we all go down because they haven't been that bad today, but
we haven't.
We've seen
He's
this
done a lot of
game
hard work. Had a couple of
so many times. It just takes 1 or 2 players. Like this Silver's always going to switch off there. It's not good enough. He'll go forward. But Hansen is just as bad on that, I think. And he's meant to be like a defensive midfielder. Woking will come out of the traps now.
Careful with balls like that. What's he doing?
concede another and it's game over, isn't it?
Just like get it up the field, not across it there, just in front of your 18-yard box. I'm now been forced into a corner.
Oh, God. My goodness.
Oh, my Jesus Christ. You're still ahead of me.
Oh, that's frustrating because we've played all right.
I did all right. We scratched it out, didn't we?
But again, we could have avoided that.
Was Tom coming all the way from Woking?
Oh, what a first half that was, eh?
Oh, it was almost like a game of football might break out at some point. And then it did, and they scored.
The poor goal to concede, really poor.
Awful
Story of the
goal to
season, though.
concede. Yeah, that's what I said.
He did him behind De Silva, Tom, and De Silva was ball watching, and that was it.
Yeah. He's not had a good half. Hansen, don't see what he brings. Sorry, Chris, but...
Well,
I'm trying my best to like him. I think, he's one of our own. We're playing. He could get better, but I don't know what he is. Is he a holding midfielder? Is he a box to box? Is he a playmaker? He's none of it.
Drifts around, looking a bit like, what am I going to do?
He's always to bring on when you're 1-0 up and you want to do some balls like you just like pass to him. But when you really need to break the lines or just break up the lines of the opposition, there's nothing.
Thing is, I just don't see who you can bring on the bench to change this now. Thing is, I don't think Woking have been all that good, to be honest.
Woking have been useless. I thought Lawrence centre-back looks good. He looks a lot better with more players, doesn't he?
And the officiating has been pretty poor as well. At least, well, linesman here hasn't got a clue. But there you go. Story of the season. Jarvis has got to do better when he's one-on-one.
Yeah.
I can't. He's got to make the keeper save it at least.
Yeah, no, that's a bad miss.
But
Yeah, it was a great chance for Jarvis, wasn't it, Tom? He just cut it.
Oh well, we'll see what the second half brings.
What would you give up first, Bovril or football?
Well, you can't have one without the other. So I don't have to. You know what I mean?
Bovril and the other. They're entwined. So if you gave up football, the Bovril would just go because you'd stop drinking Bovril.
There you go.
Oh no, I'm not going to get home. God. Be in my house for decades, wouldn't it? You're giving to your own team.
I think a point now would be good. I'd take a point now.
Oh, good, yeah.
Has he got it? Has he had enough? He's gone to write a song, isn't he? Rather than watch football.
It's going to be a heartfelt ballad about National League struggles. Very niche record.
Now.
Ian says goal. How far am I behind?
Goal?
Yeah. They've scored.
No.
Bloody hell.
Oh, bloody hell. Come on.
Yes. Hooray!
Yes!
Come on.
Oh, we are so far behind.
We were so far behind there. Brilliant. I said, get a goal back. Who knows? Come on.
Just a big lump over the top, wasn't it? Took it well.
See, I'm not looking at my group chat, I think, because of that, Dom. Here we go. Who's this? Is it just a ball over the top? He's run onto it.
Yeah,
First touch as well. Just enough to get it over the keeper.
Keeper reached, didn't he? But
into the back of the net.
kept us calm. That's the main thing.
Brilliant.
Back. Hello.
You back, Sam, are you?
Go on. Oh!
I think he was offside then, but he's...
You two refresh, because I haven't refreshed mine because I went to shower and I was like, right, dry me air, and then we scored. That was all I was drying me air. So
What minute are you on?
I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you because I was fucking celebrating around the room trying to unmute my mic, and then you were like, "Oh, go on, we're in."
Well, I saw Ian post it on the group chat, so I knew it was coming.
You go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, mine's back.
Yeah, mine's gone back to the original.
63-17 now. It's just
it's mine.
Refresh. I'm refreshing. That didn't work. I pressed pause, it pinged back.
No, too much.
Oh, Lawrence again there.
He's coming. Oh,
He's
he's
quite
coming on
fast for a
well.
big guy. Oh, hello.
Yeah, refresh yours, Dom, I would.
Hold on now. Now we're doing the old we're injured game. Lapsley's taking the time out.
Well, I think, like, for me, like, some people get some people's backs up, doesn't it? But I think I quite, when it's necessary,
Yeah, it's all part of
it's
the
like
game.
something we should
It's
do. We
cheating,
need to
mate.
have a bit more. You are?
It's cheating.
No.
I
No,
mean,
it's-
you're condoning this. I mean, I didn't condone the Woking going down, tending to be injured. I don't condone this. I got standards.
no, when it, like I say, when it's necessary, quote.
Oh, come on.
No, we're too naive sometimes, Dom. And I think
I don't think we are under Gary Johnson. He pulls this injury trick out as quick as he can. I mean, that Halifax game start the season, he must have wasted about 20 minutes. But,
I mean,
but when a team did it against
about
us,
this,
he was
we're
rhyming
in
and saying it's
the
time
momentum
wasting.
here. That's the annoying thing.
yeah. No, it's game management.
Oh,
Well,
come on.
Mark.
Oof. Did well. Came off his knee.
Well, Mark.
So this is where we need to start going down injured now, Dom.
Oh, man. And so I don't mind a bit of time wasting on throw-ins and stuff.
I want
It's
to
the
win the
going-
game. I'd
They're
take
going down
injured,
injured, Matty. It's not for me. I've got higher principles than you. First time wasters used to be Crawley. Oh my goodness, I used to take a biscuit. Every trick in the book.
Brilliant.
Well done. There was also a conference team back in the Silsey days, but I can't remember their name. Northern team. They took him ages. They reached free kick, throw in.
Like Droylsden or something like that.
Droylsden, I think it
Stafford
was
Rangers or
Droylsden.
something.
Yeah.
They were taking. I think we
Norfolk
beat them like 3 or
Transformers.
4-0 in the end. But, oh my goodness!
Was it Grey's Athletic? At
I
first
think it was Droylsden. I think it might be right.
Remember Louis, whatever, called Louis or something.
Lose.
Yeah, the National League's really got better in it, really.
It has, yeah.
Shame.
Look at some of the teams in those old days, the first few years, where
But they've gone way down the periods now.
it was just a matter of us turning up a lot of the games, wasn't it?
It's basically that. It's like a lot of it is now what is the South standard, I guess. You could even argue worse.
Yeah.
I'd be telling Holsters to get booked right now, shouldn't they?
I don't know how Holstead hasn't got
Yeah,
much
you
yet.
see what he just did? It was setting them through his legs last season by accident.
He's got a thing about keepers, Matty. Don't start him off. They're either world class or
They're either my least favourite or my favourite player.
They are indeed. You're nowhere in between, are you?
Yeah. Alsa's my favourite player this season.
If you get a book, don't matter. Just slow it down.
Oh!
What a save! Oh, Mark
Save.
Halstead. Mark Halstead, what am I saying?
And he
Let's
held
keep
it as
forever.
well.
Oh, nice. That
Oh.
was
Good point.
I like
Well done, boys.
that you let him kick the ball.
big. Yeah. That's a great point. I'm happy with that.
Good point. Yeah, we'll take that, won't we?
Yeah.
Crucial save by Holstead at the end, wasn't it? That was the moment.
Holst at the end there, yeah.
Get in, lads. Troubles. I mean, we're letting the ball bounce in the 6-yard box. Like, just play the thing.
Yeah.
Oh well. You take that all day long. Anything from tonight and anything on Saturday's a bonus in my view. So, and it keeps our unbeaten run going, which can only be good for us. So,
We're staying up and we agree. That's the main thing, isn't it?
well, maybe. But that finish from Toad was top notch.
Yeah, no, class. A lot of times I think about that as well.
What came out of nothing? It was just a whack forward. Took us all by surprise, I think. Took them by surprise.
Sub was interesting though. Pope for Crow. I thought, oh no.
Yeah, no, I feel like we could have gone on and tried to win that game a bit more, really.
Yeah.
But never mind.
What do you guys think?
Happy?
It's a good point, but it's a matter of can we win the games, isn't it? I think we're going to be tough to beat going forward. We're not going to lose loads of games, but are we going to draw a lot? It's the actual winning, isn't it? But we'll see. Yeah, it's a good point. We'll take it all day long.
If you look at where Woking are in the table, you look at their form and whatnot. You know, they've won 4 on the bounce before tonight, third in the table. they're like 14 points clear of the last playoff place.
They've got double our points. I mean, come on.
It's not like we haven't gone there and just completely capitulated and just lost the game, whatever. But I think, like you say, if we can play like that against better sides and take results like that, and then play like that and beat the sides around us, I think we will be all right in the end. But
fine margins. If we're going to win games, it's going to be 1-0 scrappy affairs. So it's just a matter of whether we can just scrap them through. We're not going to be thrashing anybody, are we? But keep the defence solid, get a few clean sheets. Yeah, I think we can be all right. No trouble. On Saturday, and we came down to their level, didn't we? It's almost like we push up when we play against Woking, and then we get.
Yeah, I think we brought them down to our level in that first half. But to be fair, we started quite well in the second, got the goal, and we held out, which away from home against a team in the playoffs is. I'll take that all day long.
I think Gary probably wishes he just had a couple of impact subs he could have put on last.
Yeah,
I don't think we looked shaky at all. We didn't. There wasn't any time in the point of the game where we were like, "Oh my god, that's awful," or we didn't. I didn't feel like we were definitely going to concede a goal at any point.
No.
Only moment they switched off was their goal. Apart from that, we were on it, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Lawrence at the back helped with that.
Oh, he's class. I'm happy now we've got him at the back to the end of the season. So.
Yeah, he was brilliant at the back there, and he just gave you that, just a bit more confidence, a bit more composure, and I just felt like, we were in the game, all of the game. I don't think we were out of the game at any point.
We are still carrying some players. I mean, I thought Hansen was very poor tonight.
You say that before Chris comes on.
Yeah, don't get that in the edit, Sam.
He's right here, Chris.
He's no acer, is he?
I don't know what he is. We paid money for him.
Oh, Hansen had a great game.
Oh yeah, I really liked how he controlled the game. Didn't you?
I had him down as man of the match.
Hansen was brilliant from start to finish. Amazing.
He really did. I didn't know if he put his boots on.
I really liked it when he ran into our own player and stopped the attack, and he switched off on their goal.
I loved the bit when he fell over twice and gave the ball to that as a highlight.
I actually thought in that 20 minutes in the second half when we got the ball down just after we scored, all of them got the ball down and started moving the ball much better. But I mean, he was brave several times near the end. But I mean, what an unbelievably poor side Woking were.
I told you, keep riding it, Matty. You'll keep riding this thing. It doesn't matter what happens.
But can you believe how bad Woking are? They're third in the league. It was unreal.
Yeah. I don't know if there was an element of rustiness from them, but they were just poor, weren't they?
But I said that last season, Chris. I said, when we were actually doing all right, how many teams in the playoffs did we play? And we couldn't believe that they were that position in the league.
I know. Yeah. I mean, they won 4 games in a row, I think. And they're well comfortable in the playoff area. But they offered nothing. We gave them a goal because De Silva was ball watching and they got a bit of a ricochet. But I actually thought we got what we deserved tonight. I thought we were.
They started to time waste at the start of the second half as well. Like they wanted to hold on to 1-0. Like you're at home, you're third place. You should be pushing forward here.
Yeah, Woking at poor. Like Notts County and Wrexham was such a huge standard, wasn't it? What was the atmosphere like, Tom?
Sorry, got a lot of traffic around me.
Sorry.
I mean, there wasn't much from us, to be honest, apart from when we got the equaliser, we perked up a bit. It's a bit difficult at an open terrace to make any noise, but for Woking, I mean, they were all right in parts as well, but again, fairly flat in the first half. Perked up when they got the goal. But, the 175 were there. They did, we did create something. And I'm just glad that we've...
all you could hear on the stream was Torquay fans. That's literally all you could hear.
You were hearing all the language.
That's all the abuse.
I think the camera's, though, behind the away end. So, I mean, we were fairly spread out, to be fair. But you could hear noise being made. So,
Yankee twat was a favourite sound.
It was fine.
Was Kieran Evans as bad live as he was watching on the telly?
Oh, mate. there was a lot of passengers in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evans, I'm just so disappointed. I expect so much more from him this season. And
Yeah. Laxey's doing it all on his own, wasn't he?
I still think there's a good player there. I really do.
I agree with Chris. I still think there's a good player in Evans there. I think he was just crowded out tonight, but by some big units and Woking.
I think the worry is you play Tom Lapsley 90 minutes and he's running himself into the ground. He can't keep doing that every game, can he?
He was immense tonight. Though, when he Lapsley, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a shame we don't have best defender so we can put Donovan in midfield because he's brilliant in defence, but he carries the ball out so well. We do well in midfield.
Yeah.
I thought De Silva would have a better game. He had his chances in the first half, but his touches were abnormal. And he was a bit of a passenger really in that second half.
Was the pitch a bit heavy, Tom? Because if you look at Jarvis's chance in the first half, several times in the second half, no one could kind of kick it kind of properly off.
I mean, there was nothing. It didn't look particularly heavy from where I was. But then again, I don't think there was just a lot of ball in the air from us as per standard. At least Woking were trying to play about, but with us, we just seemed to be route one, and we didn't really get far with that. But yeah, for a team third in the league, I thought they weren't brilliant. But then I think about that, to be honest, most weekends we probably play opposition higher than us.
You know what it reminded me of? It felt like those games at the end of this COVID season where teams didn't have anything to play for. The way Woking played, they just weren't. It's weird. I just can't get over our poor lack of intensity from them.
They didn't have much urgency, did they? First 10 minutes, they were taking ages over throws. You think they'd be on the front foot, wouldn't you? Pushing forward.
Can I just point out, I do really like this new Goals I View where everyone's just on the move.
Yeah, it's making me feel seasick watching Tom.
I mean, I think it's one of those nights tonight where you kind of take a point and move on, isn't it? Because, I mean, it's not... Did we think we'd get anything tonight? I mean, you always have hope, don't you? But
Absolutely not.
any thought, with any realism, we get and I thought we got what we deserved. We've gone to third in the league. We got a deserved point. New striker scored a goal. I think you take a point that maybe, we've gone up a place in the league. So, you take that, and sure, Saturday's a tough game, but it's not a free hit Saturday. But if we got beaten tonight, you kind of, feel the need to. But I mean, we can go and give it a good go Saturday, can't we? It may not work out, but I think we can go give it a go and see what we can get.
Yeah, I think if you told me we were going to get 1 point from, Woking and Notts County, I think we would have taken that, wouldn't we, chaps?
We would. 7 points out of 9 in the league as well. So,
the important thing was we could have when we conceded when we did, we could have just had heads down and capitulated and lost that 3-4-0. But we came out all guns blazing in the second half, and we looked the better side for the first 20 minutes. I mean, we deserved that equaliser. Just a shame we couldn't really get one straight away after. But
frustrating, yeah. We were dominant, weren't we? For 8 or 10 minutes after we scored, we were dominant, weren't we?
They started to tight waist at the start of the second half, didn't they? I think they'd go for a second goal, wouldn't they? That third place against from bottom, I mean, that should be their game, shouldn't it? So, there you go.
But again, it's a good point on the road. What's that? 4 unbeaten now? 4. So that's
7 points out of 9 in the league.
That
a lot better than it has been. And actually, that's the first time we've gone to anybody in the top 8 or 10 and got a decent result. Southend was early in the season. I know they're top there now, but ever since to see the league settle, it's the first time we've gone and got a result, isn't it? There's another real positive. I think we look more solid. I thought Lawrence.
The defensive setup is better, isn't it, Chris? We're defending properly, aren't we? We're not just giving away space for the sake of it. We're closing gaps. We're making tackles. We're getting tight. We're making it hard for teams, aren't we? That just makes a difference, doesn't it? I mean, simple things.
And whether it's the formation or the players or whatever, I mean, I don't understand all the techniques, but I think the spaces look a lot better. You think how we were just getting run through earlier in the season, the spaces between the defence and the midfield players. I've got Hansen and Lapsley kind of sacked quite well in that kind of area, just in front of the, in the gap between the back four and, kind of trying to link the play. And I think the spaces just look better and we just look much more solid as a unit.
Evans has helped with that though as well. He's been able to sort of Lapsey can sit a bit deeper and make those sorts of tackles and tighten things up a little bit. It's enabling him to do that. I know, like, people still a little bit frustrated with Evans at times, but him being there in the side and playing like he can, like you say, it's stopped those big expansive gaps, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah. I think it's the output which is frustrating with Evans. I agree with Tom. We said it before. He looks like a good player. He looks like his ability. He moves with the bow. He takes the ball on a half turn very well. But there's just no end product. Was that 1 assist and no goals in 20 odd games? When his role in the team, that's not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the team that played today, there wasn't many goals scored between them, is there, this season? So I don't think we're going to be thrashing anybody. It's going to be tight, and try and nick 1-0s, 1-alls. It's going to be cagey stuff going forward. But at least we've got a defence we can sort of rely on a little bit. And you think, right, we can scrap out a game, we can scrap out 1-all. Can we beat these teams like Dorking, Maidenhead when it comes to the crunch? That will define the season, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think you just look at Notts County now, you take the medicine. I mean, they probably won't relish a trip down to us now that we've started to pick up a bit of form. We've always tend to be a bogey side against Notts, so okay, they thrashed us at their place earlier in the season, but I don't know.
It's up to Gary Johnson to formulate a plan, isn't it? Something you can use against them. You don't want to go too defensive, do you? Because they'll just play around you. So you got to give something going forward. So it's what he can come up with. But yeah, I said a free hit, and you don't want to be thrashed, do you, Matty? I mean,
was it longest unbeaten run for 93 years, Notts County at the moment, and then arrive at Playmore on Saturday. I'd take a point after that.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, they're on course to get 100 points or something. So.
But it would be very Torquay United to win that game as well. Don't forget.
So thanks. It's been a bit different. We'll edit this together, or I'll edit it together, and I'll see what we can salvage. Thank you for Galaxy TQ for sponsoring us and for providing us with, well, you three, I couldn't go in the end, but with us with entertainment, we use that. So
and Don was the dark horse as we predicted with the sneaker in his hand, and Tom was surprisingly good given the bill he gave himself.
Oh, thanks. Well, I haven't played for years, and so
he knows which end of the queue's which. I can tell you those, Sam.
And thank you for joining me.
Snooker was another thing entirely, wasn't it, Chris? So.
Thanks for joining me all of you at various stages of the evening. This is a bit of a trial run for us, and we'll get a bit more slick next one. When will the next one be? I guess
Dorking
should be. So so predictions for Notts County then, if we're going to do it.
3-1 Notts.
Yeah, 2-0 to Notts County.
1-2 Notts, but we'll push them all the way.
Matt, come on.
2-1 Notts, I think. Yeah. In the end, there'll be too much for us in the end, I think.
Go on, Chris.
Best or last, 2-2.
Hey.
I knew it. 2-2. I knew
it. Well, that's that. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Here's Hargreaves, chance for Torquay. Chris Hargreaves, the captain. If he stays onside, Carlisle checks instead. He's looking for Benyon. Sells.